Welcome back to another episode of Selling Success. Becky Skeba-Mancini here, and I'm so excited to be back for yet another week with you guys. So I have received about, I would say 30 to 35 emails or messages like DMs on social media about marketing and what do I think and feel about marketing in different realms of marketing. So I'm going to talk about what I've gotten asked. So I've been asked about paying for Instagram marketing. So I can tell you, I do not do it. I do know some people that do pay for Instagram marketing. You do have to have a business page, I presume. And I think it's pretty cheap too. I think it's only like $30 for a week of them advertising for you. So I think it's very cost effective. I just have not done it to tell you whether or not it's good or bad. The other thing people are asking me about are the Facebook ads as well. And again, I do not pay for any digital marketing on Facebook or Instagram, so I can't really tell you exactly if it's going to be profitable, if it will make a difference for you. I can tell you that from what I'm told with other people in my industry is when they do see things on either Facebook or Instagram, they see them one time and they just scroll and they keep scrolling over them. So I guess pay attention to it. If you're really looking at the ads and watching the ads, then it would be good for your business. If you're not, then it's not good for you. Here's where I spend my marketing dollars on, and here's where I suggest farm the area that you live and really invest your money there. So in real estate or farm whatever you do. I have a client of mine who owns a school. We just put them in Boynton Beach, and they farm daycares and schools. So you have to know your target audience. They do daycares and schools, and for them, they really send out their flyers. They work with a lot of autistic children. So they send out flyers, and they know that their audience are schools, so that's where they target. I target my audience to my area that I farm, which is my neighborhood and the neighborhood adjacent to mine where my kids go to school. So I live, work, and play everywhere where I live, which I love. Who knows my neighborhood better than I do? I know the best schools are in the area. I know the best locations to go and eat. I know the best gas stations. I know my favorite Publix. My Publix by my house is like Cheers, where everyone knows your name. There's the local bar by us. There's local restaurants by us. And it's like I know where everything is, where I'm at. And I spend a lot of marketing dollars on farming my area. So I send out flyers. I send them out. You got to be consistent. You can't just send out one flyer and then hope you get a bunch of people. You have to be consistent on it. You have to stay consistent on your marketing. So if you're going to send a flyer, I suggest you send it every single month for at least 6 to 8 months, and you'll see something come back towards your way. So I know it's very costly. Maybe you start little. Maybe you start only your little subdivision or your own street, and you just let everyone know you're a real estate agent or whatever business you might be doing. You know, you don't have to go as big as what I do, because it's about $1,500 a month that I spend on my mailers, which can add up, especially for a new business that's just starting up. So one thing I do is that. The other thing is get involved. Get involved with whatever you like. So I was talking with a real estate agent of mine, and she has a Jeep. She's a friend of mine, and she goes, I have a Jeep. I'm going to go join a Jeep people, like a Jeep group. So she's doing that, and she's like, I'm the only realtor there. She goes, but I'm not doing it because I'm networking with them. I'm doing it because I actually like these people and I like what I do. So if you're going to network and market yourself and anything like that, do what you like. Therefore, you're going to consistently want to go back and do it. There's a group of people that I know that do golf. I tried doing it a couple times. It's just not my thing. I like to go shoot around for a little bit with my kids because my kids like golf. But as far as like doing it as like an activity twice a month, it's probably not my go-to. Therefore, I don't really do that one. There's another networking group that I go to that we go to a restaurant. It's probably one of my favorite networking groups. And we go to a country club and we eat at the restaurant. It's about an hour and a half and it's twice a month. And it's a great one. It's really nice. I've met a ton of new people, great people. I really enjoy it. Therefore, because I enjoy it, I want to go back over and over again, which is really good. The other thing I would suggest is if you have children in school, promote your business. Ask if they allow businesses to be promoted there. Schools are a great way to spread the word. If you have children in them, even if you don't have children in the school, if you don't have kids, I would still even call and say, am I able to register my business with you guys and I'll pay however much fee. I can tell you where my kids go to school. It's about $500 for the year and you get a banner. And then every single month they advertise your business on their email. Not even every month, every week they email your business on their email. So your business will be at the end of the email that the principal sends out every single week. Therefore, it's like you're promoting businesses. Also, get involved with your community. Don't just send flyers. Put a name to that, put a face to that flyer, right? So you're going to want to go out, meet the neighbors, see if there's a social committee. If there's not a social committee in your community, ask if you can develop one and really get involved with your community. Don't sit there and sell them. Don't be a salesperson and be like, I'm in real estate or I sell this business. If they ask you what you do for a living, you can tell them I'm in real estate. I'm whatever you are, I'm a bakery owner. And then people will start asking questions. My favorite question I get from everybody is the market going to crash? So whenever I tell somebody I'm in real estate, that's the first question that comes out of their mouth. Wow, is the market going to crash? Or, wow, I hear that we're in a recession. Are you worried? Are you concerned? Do you see less buyers here? And my answer to them is, today we don't see that. Today, we are still seeing a very, very hot market in South Florida. We're still seeing houses really selling at top dollar with multiple offers. We have not seen a decrease yet here in South Florida. Hopefully not ever either. Hopefully the feeding frenzy will lighten up just a little bit, but we'll still have our buyers and our sellers. Same thing with commercial. We are really big in commercial. We sell, I would say, 60% commercial, 40% residential. And with our commercial aspect of it, it is hot. I cannot find a warehouse. I've been looking for a 60,000 square foot warehouse. I can't find it anywhere. They're all leased up. The other thing is medical space. We can't find medical space anywhere. So what am I doing? I am marketing myself to physicians that I know that are going to be, I look on their website to see how long they've been in practice for. And if they've been in practice 30, 40 years, I mail them and I email them out a flyer of mine saying that I've got a medical person because I've got 5 medical groups that are looking for locations here in Florida. So I send them my client's information. I say, I have this prospective client of mine looking to purchase a property or lease a property. If you're at all interested, please reach out to us. So I market myself that way as well. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I've actually got a deal in the works right now with a couple of my physicians groups that we've found due to those, off the market properties that we get just by word of mouth. Because the ones on the market right now, they're just going so quickly. So we have to try to figure it out differently where we're actually getting properties off the market and working it that way. The other thing for networking is get involved with your local chambers group. I know that every city, I'm not sure if every city, but I know a lot of the cities offer chambers groups. So you can get into Boca Chambers, there's Delray Chambers, Boynton Beach, Parkland, Fort Lauderdale. They're all over the place. You can find the chambers and you can really get involved and you can market yourself that way. If it's not for you, it's not for you. I have been in a bunch of women's groups that I absolutely love, and I've met a ton of amazing people in my networking groups. And if you love it, then you're going to consistently go back. If you're debating about it, then you're not going to want to go back and you're going to be miserable and it's not going to be any fun. And those groups usually cost some money. They're a little bit less expensive than joining a BNI, which we have done that as well. So let's talk about BNI. So it is good for some, it is not good for others. We have tried being the residential realtor in a BNI group, and we have never been the residential realtor in the BNI group. We've always been the commercial agent. If you are in a successful BNI group as the residential realtor, you will do very well, because BNI, it's kind of like it's mandatory that you give referrals every single week. The networking groups that I'm in, I kind of like to come and go as I please, except for one or two that I'm in that I'm consistently in. The other ones are very like lenient, where it's like you don't have to be accountable for how many referrals you're actually giving or receiving. BNI, it's very strict. Those are the people you're working with, that you're networking with. Those are the people you're going to be giving your referrals to. So you're in like a smaller group. I like to be more out there and in a bunch of different groups, as opposed to just being stuck with like one group. And to be honest with you, I don't like BNI for myself. I don't like BNI. I don't like NPI. They're not for me. We have tried it. We've spent a lot of money on BNI, and it just wasn't for our group that we do our work for, like that we work with. So for us, we do better in a different networking setting. I like to network with other realtors. I know people call me crazy, but I love networking with other realtors because I do commercial. Not all real estate agents do commercial. So I network with a lot of residential realtors, and I help them and their clients purchase commercial property. So I get a lot of my leads from other real estate agents as well. Plus, if you're going on to bid for a property and you know the agent and you've networked with all these agents, it's nice to have that connection, that you guys know each other and that you guys know each other on like a different level, as opposed to just, a contract that they're just getting thrown at them and they don't know who they are. It's nicer that you know them, they know how you work, you know how they work. And it's just like a different type of business, knowing people and networking with them. So I love working with other people in my field. So I don't really spend too much money on networking and marketing. I know in people's careers, they can spend a ton of money. And to me, sometimes I just feel like it's almost not worth it to spend all that money. I think that it's more important to network with your past clients, which are huge. Reach out to all of your friends and family on your contacts list. And spend time on the people that you know, like, and trust, and that know, like, and trust you as well. That's what it's about. That's how you'll build your network of people, as opposed to just spending money on advertisements and networking. That's just not something that I like and that I like to do. I do farm my area, but I know a ton of my neighbors. I know people in every single section of my neighborhood and the neighborhood that I farm that's right next to mine. And it's like I said, I work, play, and live where I network with my farming area. So that's where I spend my advertising dollars, my networking dollars are just in that farming area. Other than that, I really don't spend much more money on networking and advertising. Well, networking, yes, I network all over the place, but advertising and spending money on marketing, I really don't do too many of those other things. I do have somebody that does help me with my social media, and I pay her an hourly rate, but I'm not paying to market or promote myself on other aspects or other things. I'm not wasting my money on that, because I almost feel like that's a waste of money. I feel like you're better off. And let me bring it back a little bit more. So say you go to a networking event. I'm also not one of those people that go into a networking event with like 200 people and see how many people I can go put myself around to go shake their hands with and give them my card and me get their card. Instead, I look around the room. I see who I want to go and connect with and who I haven't met with or who I have known before that I want to go say hi to. And I make it a point to go over to them and I spend time with them. I do not sit there and try to work the room and get as many cards. Those are like card exchanges. If you guys are in the networking field, you come back with a stack of cards, and then what do you do with those? Seriously, what do you do with those cards? Do you chuck them in the garbage? Do you enter them in a database? Do you call them and follow up with every single one of them? What do you do with that information? And do people actually respond or even remember who you are? Because if you're going out giving all those cards, getting all those cards, I'm sure they're doing it as well. And they're gonna be like, remind me who you are again. And it's hard to remember who somebody is in that time frame. especially when these networking events are like 1 to 2 hours and you're meeting like a ton of people. So that way I like to keep it short and sweet, and I like to make connections with people. I like to, have friendships with people, and that's how I network. I become friends with everyone, and I really conduct my business in that way, as opposed to transaction. Hi, what's your name? Hi, I'm Becky Skeba-Mancini with REMAX Services. Here's my card. Can you get your card? Great. I would love to conduct business with you, and then move on to the next person. I don't do that. I'm like, hi, what's your name? And then, we get talking. Oh, so what do you do for a living? And then we can start talking about what they do for a living. And then I ask them, my typical questions are, oh, do you have children? Because I have children. So that we can relate. And they either say yes or no. And then, before the end of the night, I'm like, hey, let's exchange cards and let's touch base again. Or let's do a lunch. But I usually try to meet 5 or 6 people as opposed to 200 people. It's just too much. And I feel like you don't get out of it what you want to get out of it, as opposed to looking around the room first and seeing, wow, that looks like a group of people over there that I really want to talk to and meet. Let me go over there and meet them. Or, oh, wow, that girl's got a really pretty dress. Let me go over there and talk to her. Or that person looks really nice over there. Or they're by themselves. Let me go over there. Maybe they're being a little shy. That's just how I do it. Not everyone does it like that. That's just how I do it. And that's what works for me. I mean, you can go ahead if it works for you, passing out cards to everyone and collecting cards from everyone. If that works for you, that works for you. It just does not work for me. And it's just not something that I personally like to do. I like I said, I like to build relationships. I like to make connections. I don't just want to meet somebody one time and then completely forget who they are. I like to meet people over and over again and really touch base with them and have one-on-ones with them. What one-on-ones mean are you can either go to coffee or lunch or a happy hour, and you go with them one-on-one and you really get to connect with them and you really get to know them on a different level. And when you go to network with them, you're not actually networking. So the best salesperson is somebody that doesn't sell at all, right? So you're not going to sit there and beg, I'm in real estate. I'm a top producer. I'm the one that's made all these diamond achievements. I'm the one that has sold $50 million in real estate in 6 months. You don't do that. You go there and you talk to them about personal things because you're building a relationship, right? So you're going to go in there and talk to them about, wow, where'd you grow up? What college did you go to? Where's your family from? What school do your kids go to? What hobbies do they have? What hobbies do you have? And you really get to know somebody as opposed to selling yourself. Nobody wants to sit with a salesperson. I sure don't. And I am not going to sit with somebody that wants to be that way either. And I have networked quite often that the people that I talk to say the same thing. They don't want a sales pitch. They don't want to hear your sales pitch. They don't care. Nobody cares. We know what you do for work. We can touch base on that. If somebody asks me a question about real estate, we discuss it for a little bit. But I'm not sitting there trying to sell them that I'm the best agent known to man, even though I am. But I don't sit there and promote myself to them. I think it's just not my thing. But that is my spiel on networking and marketing. So use your dollars wisely. You don't want to start your business off broke because you are trying to succeed. If you are just starting off in real estate, do not spend any money on advertising or marketing at first. I want you to get in your contacts of your phone, call your family, call your friends and say, hey, Sarah, this is Becky. I just wanted to let you know that I just became a real estate agent with REMAX Services. I'm super excited on this new journey that I'm having in life. And I would love for you to, if you know of anybody that's looking to buy or sell, please think of me. And I look forward to any business that you send me. And touch base with them and let them know, hey, I'm still here. I'm just thinking about you. How are the kids? How's the husband? How's your boyfriend? How's your wife? How's your mom? How's your dad? How's your dog? How's your cat? You ask them all those questions, and you really get to know somebody. And I like to put little notes in whenever I talk to somebody. So if I talk to you, I'm going to send you a little cute little message in a card and beg. It was so great talking to you. I look forward to speaking with you again. I just talked to a client the other day and she told me that her father-in-law had open heart surgery. So my note said, I really hope that your father-in-law gets better quickly and I hope you enjoy your summer. Talk to you soon. And I just mailed her a card real quick. That's it. 40 cents in the mail, off it went, and it's done. So if you're going to do any type of marketing or advertising, I suggest you do that. You talk to somebody on the phone, you tell them you're in real estate, you get a card, right? Thank you, Sarah. It was so great speaking with you today. Here's a couple of my business cards in case you know of anybody looking to buy or sell. I look forward to speaking with you soon. And then you send it off in the mail. And then I would say in about 3 or 4 months, you give her a call again. Don't sit there and sell her yourself. You already told her you were in real estate. Be like, hey, Sarah, it's Becky. Let's use a father-in-law thing. I just was touching base on your father-in-law. How's he feeling? Oh, he's doing much better. Great. And then you take it from there. And then you're like, God, I'm so glad that everything's doing good. What else is new with you? You find out what else is new with them in life. Oh, you're going back into the office soon, because a lot of people are going back into their office. The bosses are making them come back as opposed to working from home. I've had a couple of people need to sell. They had to move back to their home state because their office, said that they had to go back in person. They could no longer work online anymore. So, it just different things. And you touch base with them later on, be like, hey, I hope you're having a smooth transition going back into the office or whatever it may be. But that's just how I conduct my business. That's what has worked for me and has made me extremely successful. And I hope to keep giving you tips and tricks. Please let me know all the questions that you guys might have. And I hope that I can help you guys out. Please, I heard you guys. I got the messages. So that's where I spent my marketing dollars on. And that is what I do. I hope you guys listen to me on all your podcasting streaming sites, Spotify, podcasts on Apple, and please feel free, follow me on social media, Facebook and Instagram. I hope you guys have a successful week. Take care.